might have been all wrong about the New York Mets. They are going insane right now, and they are doing it in a fashion that I don't think either of us and a lot of MLB analysts did not expect. Welcome in, everybody, to Bat for Baseball, the baddest baseball podcast on the internet, presented to you by Betway. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog, joined alongside by Adam Peddle. Today, folks, we are going to be talking New York Mets right now, right up there as having one of the best records in all of baseball, 15 wins to their name, and how they are doing it may surprise you, folks. Let's immediately flash over to those standings, right? They are currently at the top of their division. Right behind them is the Philadelphia Phillies. They are playing each other actually tonight. I would anticipate that would be the beginning of a series between those two. So, I mean, maybe you see a lead change go on right there, but at least right now, New York Mets 15-7.
Yeah, pretty damn good. Now, I will say this: they're 15-7. They're on a good start. We're going to break down exactly how they're doing it. I will say this: I'll flash right over here to the schedule. You know what? It's been, not to say it's a Mickey Mouse kind of 15-7, but it has been an easier start. You got the Marlins. You had the Marlins twice, actually. The A's, you go over, and they actually come. You go over to their ballpark. You beat them. The Twins, you did lose a series against the Twins on the road. That's something right there. But then you go and you spank the Cardinals. This is what propelled them to 15-7. You go on and you sweep the Cardinals in a 4-game series at home. At Citi Field, which they are 9-1 this season, so they have a very good home record. But, again, not to take anything away from them, but, the stiff competition is coming with the Phillies in this series, so I'm curious to see how they perform against those Phillies.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, you look over at some of those teams, and just ultimately, there's not a lot of playoff contenders in the teams that they faced up until this point. That being said, though, good teams should walk over the bad teams. And we're seeing that right now from the New York Mets, right? That is what ultimately makes them a good team, is that, yeah, they can spank the Cardinals, 4 games in a row and, handle the Toronto Blue Jays, who actually aren't the worst squad this year. So 15-7, yes, easier competition, but still nothing to scoff at. Now, looking at how they're doing it right now, folks, walking into this season, everybody was anticipating that lineup would be incredible. You got Soto there, you got Alonso back, Lindor, Vientos, the list just goes on and on and on. And the lineup's okay, but it's not like tearing the top off the baseball right now.
No, when I look over here, you actually brought this up to me. I was like, where the hell are they? I was expecting them to be up here. They're down here at number, 19th. In the MLB, in terms of just runs scored, 145 is the first place Chicago Cubs, and they're down here with only 91. And it's funny because, you think about the Mets team, and you're like, okay, well, they obviously, you have Pete Alonso who's hot. This Pete Alonso off to a great start. Then you got Francisco Lindor, not off to the best. Nemo hasn't really been doing him. And then Juan Soto, even though his OPS is 821, he probably got hot in that Cardinals series because before the weekend, he was struggling. And, Mets fans were doing the whole, standing ovation, clapping, trying to get him going. Maybe it got him going a little bit in that series because, if this is his floor, it's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I do anticipate, and that's the thing too, right? I do look at this lineup, and I anticipate that you're going to see people get better. Okay, maybe Pete Alonso is doing everything and more, and this is definitely the ceiling of Pete Alonso. But, Nimmo, you got to see some more, and it's going to come. Lindor, same thing. Soto probably going to be getting better as the season goes on. Vientos right there as well. There's a lot of players right here in this lineup that are underperforming. So the fact that they're 15-7 right now is holy shit, how are they doing it? Well, it's the pitching staff. And that is what is something that I did not expect to see at all. Because when you look over at this pitching staff, we're talking about Clay Holmes, David Peterson, Griffin Canning.
Griffin Canning for me is crazy. Yeah. Coming from LA.
Sure, right. There's a lot of names here where, we were breaking these guys down preseason. We're like, okay, the lineup's good, but how are these guys going to do? And this is what's carrying them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The pitching staff is number 1 in all of baseball. You can see right here on Fangraphs, number 1 in ERA. The WHIP is a little bit questionable, but it hasn't come around to really hurt them that much in the ERA category. And even the bullpen, third in ERA, second in WHIP. That's what I like to look at when I'm looking at my bullpen guys. And it's just a combination of everybody. Really, the only guy who's struggling is Edwin Diaz. I mean, you could say Danny Young, only 6 2/3 innings, so probably just a call-up. I'm not too familiar with the Mets team. Probably a nobody. But Edwin Diaz is your guy, and this is the dude struggling. Maybe some questions for concerns, but everybody else is picking it up. And that is the complete opposite of what we were saying in the preseason. We were thinking this lineup was going to mash, and this rotation and this bullpen was going to absolutely struggle for the early goings. That's the opposite. So you got to imagine if this pitching staff can keep going, paired up with a lineup which will eventually get hot, then it should be a good recipe. Now, that lineup has got to get hot, and that's got to be because of Juan Soto. Apparently, they're pitching him completely differently this year because when he was over there in New York with the Yankees, he was the second to Mr. Aaron Judge. They could dance around him. They could try to get him to avoid it, whatever. Like, we're not really too worried about him. We could probably pitch to this guy because we know we got Aaron Judge right behind him. But now that's not the case. Now you're the guy. You're the number one in this lineup. So he's got to just make a little bit of an adjustment. But it's Juan Soto. So
maybe why Pete Alonso is doing so hot right now. You know,
exactly.
It's like
That's exactly why
they're pitching to him differently now because Juan Soto's.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Either way, I have faith in Juan Soto. I do believe that he is going to turn it around, and I do believe in that New York Mets lineup. I'm just shocked that you're getting guys like Clay Holmes out here who's got a 3.16 ERA. Like, I don't want to take away from the fact that last year this guy was not a starter, right?
He wasn't.
In his career, he has started 9 games, and 5 of those have come this season.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is like that needs to be acknowledged right now.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're turning this guy who, when we were walking into the season thinking to ourselves, there's no way that this is going to work. Like, are you going to get the innings? How is it going to translate? Going 5-6 innings a game. It is translating beautifully right now. And yeah, the whip's probably a bit higher than you want it to be. Maybe those numbers are going to come around, but still, like, he's striking people out. He's getting the outs that are necessary. He's got 2 wins to his 1 loss right now, and the ERA is right where you want it to be. Like,
yeah,
it just blew me away.
Well, I mean, you got to give credit to our pitching staff because David Peterson was that guy too, coming over, just a bullpen guy that they turned into a long starting pitcher, and it's showing. Like last year in his first full season of starting, he had a 2.90 ERA. That's crazy. And 121 innings pitched. Yeah, he got hurt at some point, but still, for the time that he was pitching, he was phenomenal. So I'll be curious to see as well, the health as well of Clay Holmes. Just want to see how long that arm can last, and if he is healthy, is it still effective arm? But also Kodai Senga is just on an absolute tear as well. This guy we know is a long starting pitcher, and in the last 3 starts, he hasn't given up a single earned run. So point being, this staff is going absolutely crazy right now, and they're carrying this team.
And I do believe that some of it has to do with the competition. Like, I've seen that they had like 7 games against the Marlins.
Yeah,
that's not a very good hitting ball team, right? And there's other squads in there. St. Louis, not really good at the lineup anymore, right? They just, they can't swing the bats. So they are up against easier competition. It's going to be really interesting to see how they fare against a good hitting team in the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah, and with that being said, guys, if you want to bet on that game, shout out to Betway. Hit your picks and knock it out of the park with Betway. Scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the details section to join the action. It must be 19 years or older. Please play responsibly. The money line right now is favoriting the New York Mets. Granted, they are 9-1 at home, so maybe that's a factor. But you could also say they haven't faced anybody like the Philadelphia Phillies yet, who are 205 for the money line. What do you got for this one?
So actually, I made a Betway feed clip here, just betting on the Phillies, just because my thinking is whenever you get a team like the Phillies at plus money, you should just take it regardless, because I do believe that they're a top 5 team in MLB. So whenever you're getting them doubling your money, you shoot your shot. Granted, 9-1 at home for the New York Mets, and Tyler McGill on the bump, who's been playing really well. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked at all to see the New York Mets walk away with this one.
Yeah, I know. It's tough, man. Like maybe you do plus 1.5 for the Phillies. That's why the odds are so good on that. It's 150 because you're like thinking, well, maybe the Mets don't blow them out of the water because of their offense. But you guys, let us know in the comments who are you riding with, and also let us know in the comments down below what are your thoughts on this New York Mets teams. If you are a Mets fan, fill us in on what is going on with these Mets and why they're doing so good. The nitty-gritty details, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah, please make sure to hit that like, smash the subscribe button, folks. We will catch you in the next one.
Cheers.